We rise together. We build together. We grow together. We scale forever. Start with a spark now. It's fire in our hands. Dreams into numbers. Building empires on demand. Traffic is flowing. The leads never fail. Health, wealth, success. It's all in the scale. Scale, scale, scale. Rise up high and never fail. Scale, scale, scale. From the vision to the trail. Scale, scale, scale. Every profit, every sale, we're one. We're strong. Together we belong. Scale, scale, scale. Click after click, watch the momentum grow. From sea to the summit, everybody knows no limits here. We rewrite the tale. It's mine, it's body, it's life, it's go. Faster, stronger, breaking through. Everything multiplies when we do. Community of power, we will prevail. The future is ours when we shout. Scale, scale, scale. Rise up high and never frail. Scale, scale, scale. From the vision to the trail. Scale, scale, scale. Every profit, every sale, we're one. We're strong. Together we belong. School your dreams, I'm school your life. School your will, I'm school your tribe. Scale.
All right. I'm texting people, reading Matt's text. I believe Matt is in the room there with my photo. Matt, you put a thumbs up if you want me to add you to stage, or a thumbs down if you need a couple of minutes. Thumbs up if you want me to add you to stage. All right.
Hey, Mike, how are you?
Good. How you doing? How are you?
Good. Man, I gotta apologize for what I did to you and everybody else yesterday. I'm scared to touch anything on that screen now, right about now. But guys, I'm the one that cut off the live. I respect you, Tom, tremendously. I didn't mean to press the wrong button, and so I really wanted to apologize to everyone. And unfortunately, I'm not back in the office quite yet, but I'm driving back tonight. So, but I'm here for a little bit with you guys.
All right, Matt. Thank you very much.
And I
That's why
apologize, Mike. You had such a thunder going there with John. I can't believe I did that to you guys. Guys, very sorry.
Yeah, no worries, Matt. I was just reading your text. The live stream just started, and you said, "Can I apologize for yesterday?" And I was like, "You don't have to apologize to me." And then I get it. You wanted to come on here and apologize. All right. So
Absolutely.
thank you very much, Matt. All right. So I'll send you back in the background so you can pack up and take care of the kids and all that. All right. So yeah. So I see everybody in here. I see Amanda. We have Amanda's talking a lot in here. We have James Harkin. We have Brad Case from London as well. Alan is joining us. Good. We're not going to add him to stage yet. So we have slight unfortunate, no big deal, but John Garcia sent me a text. He said, Mike, we're at the doctor's office. My son has a fever, like really, really high, very, very concerning. So I felt even bad that he was telling me that he couldn't be here. So I'm going to be doing the courses.gg today, maybe get Alan a little bit. I know this is a little bit annoying with the background here. Maybe if I add more, well, whatever the case is, I tell you what, you guys put in the chat. Let me see. If I go into the settings of the camera, virtual background settings, I can shut it off and you can just see that. I think that's the problem, is all the sun that's coming in is creating an issue. What do you guys prefer? This, natural, or do you want something more like this? Or I took a screenshot of my my background. So I'm gonna do this. And if it bothers you, you let me know. I'll look in the chat. It's gonna take a while for you to see that. So let me share my screen. Now Matt has me scared. Keep the background. Cool, awesome. And Amanda says yes, it's likes the natural. So all right, we'll see what everybody else says. All right, so I'm going to share my entire screen. Let me move this out of the way here. And I got a couple of other things I want to show you. We're not going to share system audio right now. The office is fine. Yeah, a little blur with me, but don't worry. By the time we share, my screen and everything like this, it's not going to be as annoying. I can promise you that. All right. So yeah, I couldn't be down in the studio today. I need to be here, whatever reasons. Little silly stuff going on in life with the puppies. Matt, I was telling you yesterday, Charlie jumped off the bed and then cracked his head and everything. We think he has a concussion. So he's at the vet. So I had to stay up here with Noodle. Life, folks, life, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so let's get started. I want to show you a nice new feature that we added to Click Campaigns late last night. And that is when let me get rid of this test here. That is somebody was in here, right? All right, so that is this nice new feature that you see right here when you go to get a web page. In the past, we had download HTML, so you could get the page. You had preview and HTML. This button right here used to be preview in a new window. We moved that to over here. And we've always had the publish button where you could take this URL and copy it, bring it over to Page Builder. However, in the spirit of working with other page builders, such as export to Go High Level in Page Builders, copy and paste these two blocks into your page builder to recreate this page. Works with Go High Level, Groove Pages, ClickFunnels, Webflow, WordPress, Wix, Squarespace, and more. So now the pages that come out of Click Campaigns can actually work with different page builders, basically by you exporting a block. Now, if you give me a second, I'm going to pull over here. I'll drop into the chat. Let me go into YouTube, and I'm going to go into my history. Bear with me just a second. And I'm going to get the video where the guy basically shows. Okay, so
hey, if you're an entrepreneur and you want to,
I'm going to pull this over here. And guys, tell me, Simon, give me a thumbs up if you hear this.
Hey, if you're an entrepreneur and you want to use Claude Code to make websites, but you want to host those websites.
Okay, so you guys are hearing it. For some reason, okay, it's very blurry. I don't know why.
Inside of High Level without having to know how to code or anything. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how I build sites using Claude Code.
So let me just refresh this and see if,
hey,
yeah, now it's clear. Okay, I have the speed here at 1.5. So I'm going to keep it fast. But basically what this guy is saying, like how you can use external page builders out there that can give you the code and the CSS. So basically what he does is he builds a website, right? And then at a certain point, he's building it with this application here. The Claude desktop app with Claude Code. And then when it opens up an artifact, and you're not going to have to do that. I'm just showing you that's what he's doing right here. So he's basically saying now that he's designed the website, we'll pick it up from there.
So you can tell it the website page, a landing page, elements, animations, code, all sorts of different things. So what we did here was
Mike, the volume is a little bit low on the video. We can hear, but if you can increase the volume, I'm not sure if you can do that.
The volume is low, so my microphone is the loop back, and the Chrome browser is all the way up. Let me just see if this is going up here.
From a different website, so you can take like a
All right,
screenshot.
let me see if
or
I
go
can
to
make it louder
first
here.
dev.
Yeah, or is there like a
Elements
volume
you can
thing
use.
on the
For example,
video
this
player?
was a reference
Did that get
I
louder?
used in order to give it to
No.
Cloud Code to build everything
Okay,
except this
hold on one second.
Maybe
Yeah,
little bit.
there's a volume on the YouTube player there. Let's try that.
thing.
Does this work?
So I went here, I clicked copy prompt. Again, this is 21st.d.
Yeah, that seems to be better.
A little bit better? Okay, great. I'll just go back a little. Thank you for letting me know.
Give it to Cloud Code to build everything except this background thing.
Okay.
So what we did here was we gave it an element from a different website. So you can take like a screenshot or go to a place like 21st.dev and find different elements you want to use. For example, this was a reference that I used in order to give it.
So let's get back to the
everything.
code part.
You can paste it into Claude, it'll build it. And then all you have to do is just ask it after it's built whatever you have to give it a document of the CSS style sheet.
Now, you don't have to do that because what we're doing for you. Where's my Chrome? Oh, let me escape. What we did for you is we already broke it out, right? So all these stuff that he's saying is basically that you need a CSS style sheet and that you need this HTML and JavaScript, okay? So once you have that, if we go back to that video there.
And then one custom HTML and JS block so you can copy the page and paste it in your web builder. It'll then.
So let's go to the web builder. I'm just going to skip right to that.
Go over into high level, create a blank section, add a blank row, and then you can go into your custom CSS in the top left, paste in that style sheet, and then go ahead and add in a code element. When you go to quick add, you can search up code. We're just adding this element on the site. Then you can open up your code editor and then go and copy the second thing it gave you, which is that HTML and JS block right here. So this will all set up perfectly inside of high level. You paste it here and then voila, that site will now be inside of your high level account, which is a huge benefit because high level sites load faster. You can post your forms, calendars, payments. Everything.
All right, so you guys get it. So I'm going to shut this off. So now you have the ability to take any HTML that page that you get from here, you click export to page builder, and now you could take this to Wix and Squarespace or group pages. I'll have Simon make a quick little tutorial video on how to do it with group pages, and we'll put it inside of the Facebook group. We're really pushing right now for you to just do it with page builder. And I should probably even have like little instructions here as well that says like use with pagebuilder.gg and put a link here. So I'll probably do that later today as well. All right, so that has been done. I also want to let you know there's another thing that's been added to Click Campaigns, and it is an upsell, and it's not to us. There's obviously nothing I can do about it other than get you a discount. And that discount that we're getting is so that we don't get an affiliate commission. I'm very, very good friends with John Benson, as you're aware. He's part of the podcast that we do, the Wicked Smart podcast. And John Benson has a software called Benson, BNSN .ai, I believe. All right. And so this is, look, John Benson is one of the best, probably the best in the world at writing video sales letters. He built an entire company on it. And now he's built an entire AI platform on it. And when we created Click Campaigns, I did my best job in the campaign creation wizard process here for copywriting for the VSLs that we have here to work, to the best of my abilities with the skills. When I say skills, not my skills, the technical term for creating the brain behind a task is called anthropic skills. And I created, just basically call it a GPT. I did the very, very best I could to train it. And that, on all of the output that you get here, all of that, or these are all basically individual GPTs for everything that we have in marketing. John reached out to me and he said, Mike, is there any way that we could connect Benson to your software? Your software is really cool. And we actually compared different VSLs, like between what I would call Ryan, our copywriter, who is this guy here, right? Our copywriter is Ryan, right? And he has his background and everything like that. But we have a hidden person that we've added now called Benson. So if you log into your ClickCampaigns account, you will see a little thing right here that says upgrade to Benson, and you can dismiss that if you don't want. And then you'll also notice that anytime that you're creating a campaign that involves a VSL, you will notice right here a banner that says upgrade to Benson if you want. And even if you click here, it'll tell you upgrade to Benson. Now, I don't have that showing because if you already have a Benson account, don't worry about it. What you'll do is you'll just go to AI providers and you'll scroll down here to where it says John Benson, and you simply will click connect, and it'll log into Benson and then redirect you back here. And however many words John gives you or whatever you may have with your monthly subscription will be here. Okay. That, if you don't have it, like I said, you'll see a banner here, and that will take you to clickcampaigns.ai/customize your order. All right. And then this page basically explains what Benson is. Excuse me 1 second. Now, I want you to know something, what I did here. I took, just so you know, for what we're doing right now, I took this. I'm going to just open up Snagit. I took a screenshot of this right here. Okay. As you see right here. And then I went to Imager and I said, please remove the man, his chair behind him, and the microphone. So that's this man, the chair behind him, the microphone, and then there was a bleeding chair on, as you can see. Let me show you here. I'm all over the place today, guys. Come on, open Snagit. Oh, Snagit crashed. Having one of those days. Let's try again. Let me just try doing a screenshot and see if it opens it. All right, so let's quit Snagit. Bear with me just a second, guys. You can't open the application Snagit because it's not responding. All right, well, today I won't be doing screenshots, unfortunately. So I can't even show you. But basically what I did is, like I said, I took a screenshot of it. And then this came out right here by removing me, the chair, and the microphone. And then there was the little chair here. And then what I did is I just went into StreamYard, and I made this my background. So I probably could have done this one as well. Look at that, gave it some nice city lights in the background. So pretty interesting use of our tool, and that's how you're getting this background of me today. All right, so we can get rid of this. Let's get back to Benson. As I said, you will have the ability to upgrade to this, and let's see. This is the nice page that we designed here. Let's see what the price is. It's $4.99 a year, enough for 5 VSLs per month. So that's a one-time payment. He normally sells this, I think, for like $99 a month. So you're getting it. You're getting, instead of $1,100, you're getting it for $4.99. All right, and so just to show you what that looks like, we did. And I think I deleted it, unfortunately. But if you look at you can see here that Alex, the campaign manager, he hires John Benson, and John Benson actually comes in and writes the VSL. And so your VSL that you actually get, if we look at the assets, because this was a test to make sure that it was working, here's the VSL. And this is meant to be what we call an ugly VSL. Okay, an ugly VSL. Oh, Snagit just opened. Great. An ugly VSL. Am I not sharing my screen? Let me just make sure I'm sharing my screen. Yes, I'm sharing my screen. Okay, yeah, thank you. An ugly VSL. Let me see if we have them this is an ugly VSL. And I saw another one over, let me see, in another language. Yep, it's in another language, but you get it, right? So John Benson pioneered that your VSL should be on a white background, on a white page. The only thing on the page is literally the VSL with the words, and then one, what he calls the power word, is highlighted in red. And so you have one line per page, per screen. So if you're wondering why this VSL came out like this, so this, I think I did it for affiliate pages. And so I'm going to read this for you. And I can even compare it with another VSL and another campaign that we have for that. I might go back and show you, but you'll kind of, let me actually do that. So let me open up Click Campaigns. And I believe I have another campaign here with the Brian Tracy launch where I did the same product, and I can show you a VSL. All right, so this is the way my VSL works, right? For the same exact product, for the tool that you have called affiliate pages. So mine would go like this. And I'll read this maybe right to here, okay? And I'll go into character here. You land on the page. What if you could stop trading your life for a paycheck and start collecting mailbox money while you sleep? I'm talking about a business where you don't have to create a single product. You never have to deal with a single customer support ticket, and you don't even have to be the face of a brand. Most people think making millions online requires a genius idea or a massive team. They're wrong. In the next 5 minutes, I'm going to show you how to build what I call virtual vending machines. Simple, AI-powered websites that work 24/7 to put commissions in your pocket, even if you have zero technical skills and no experience. Hi, my name is Mike Filsaime, but before I was an online entrepreneur, I was trapped. You see, I was a general manager at one of the largest car dealerships in the country. On paper, I was successful, but the reality, I was working 65 hours a week, 26 days a month. I was living paycheck to paycheck, drowning in debt and missing out on life because I was chained to that showroom floor. Then I stumbled, et cetera, right? So I honestly think that I create pretty good copy for your VSLs, right? That was pretty good. John's take on it would be like this. Let's see. All right. So I'm going to go into character. Now picture John's VSL is just white, and you're seeing this text and highlighting one of the power words. And his would go like this. Right now, while you're watching this, there are regular people all over the world waking up to email notifications, not spam, commission alerts. $127 deposited while they sleep. $89 came in during breakfast. Another $243 just hit during their morning coffee. They didn't create a single product. They never dealt with a customer complaint. They never showed their face on camera. They're making what I call mailbox money, income that shows up automatically day after day, whether they work or not. And here's what makes this possible. They're selling other people's products. The best part, and I'll go to here. The best part, you can set this up in hours, not months. Even if you've never done affiliate marketing before, even if the word SEO makes your eyes glaze over, even if you can't write to save your life, because what I'm about to show you eliminates every single obstacle that's been holding you back. No product creation headaches, no customer support nightmares, no technical complexity, just a simple system that builds you a virtual vending machine, one that generates passive income on an autopilot. So folks, what's happening is we are sending your brand-based document over to John's software that you have an account with, because maybe you're already a customer with Benson, or you want to be, and you could use his interface, but you like when you're creating your campaigns that instead of Ryan writing your copy, we send it to his engine, and his engine outputs it back to here. So there you go. That's just an option that if you have an account with Benson, you're very happy because it now integrates. So isn't that pretty cool? Mike, what is about my store? We're going to be showing you my store today because that is now available inside of your app, and we moved it up to a primary position here. So if we go to ScaleGG, apps Scale Plus, you will see here that we put My Store here. We rearranged some of these icons. So we're going to be going over this today. And you're also going to notice that we have the new courses.gg and we have your legacy courses.gg as well. And that seems to be signing me in. Let me just see here. Yeah, so we have the legacy and we have the new version, and those are the two things that we're going to be going over today. I did want to go over those other updates there, and then I'm going to be talking to you about something bigger that's coming, like with click campaigns and all that stuff towards the end. All right, so yes, we'll be talking about that at the end. So let's jump in and go over the new courses.gg. So I want to show you something. Let me open up my cursor for a second. And I'm going to open up courses.gg. And I want to show you what we did. I'm going to take you behind the scenes here. Interesting. Hey, get down. Oh, boy. You know, when the cats hear your voice and they think that you're talking to them and they want to walk all over your keyboard, if you have cats, you kind of know. We got 56 to pull down here. Let's do that. All right. Bear with me just a second. All right, so I'm going to open this here in Cursor. And I want to show you what you're actually looking at here. All right. So this application right here is the original application that was created by the developers. Now, you remember when I left Groove in January of 2025 and came back April 15th of 2025. In February, I said, okay, well, if I'm going to be on my own, I looked at the landscape out there and I saw School, and I saw Alex Hormozy and Sam Ovens essentially created a $1 billion empire with a product called School. And I said, I think that's a simple enough platform to create. Now, remember, AI coding was very different. At that time, I was just starting to play with it and created Brandbaser. And a very, very simple version of Brandbaser. Brandbaser was essentially a Google Doc that had 17 questions. I since moved it to 20 questions. I added a lot more stuff like the style guide and made it integrate with software and made it into a nice, powerful SaaS app that really helps with AI. So I hired a team in India, basically with the person that I was working on affiliate pages with. He had the product. It was called Affiliate Booster. And I said, hey, we need to completely rewrite this. It needs to work with AI. You can't have an affiliate review site that doesn't work with AI. So we partnered, and then we ended up buying him out, and we own affiliate pages. And we took that technology and we brought it into Brandbaser. But he also has an SEO team and a development team in India. So I hired his guys to basically create this software for us. And then I started learning AI coding, right? And so once I learned AI coding, I created click campaigns, page builder. I prototyped My Store, and Matt did the other 50%. I created Creator Studio. I created Imager. I created Blogbaser. I created Local Spark SEO. Chatbaser was 50-50. I prototyped it. Matt finished it, and then he gave it back to me. HD Help Desk, I prototyped. I gave it to Matt. He finished it. Brandbaser is me. Video Player is me. Quiz Funnels is me. FunnelMapper.io is me. And just to let you know, we are completely redoing Pipelead's CRM. And there'll still be a legacy. But why? Because this was an open source software that made it very easy for us to use, including Project Baser, which is something called Focal Board. And I forget which one this is here. But these three are being rewritten into one app that's going to be coming out very, very soon. Invoicer was all Matt. Calendar Bug was, I prototyped the user interface, but this was pretty much all Matt. DocSigner, I prototyped, gave it to Matt, and he did the other 80% on it. ScaleGPT's, High Ticket GPT's, Simple Products was me. And TOS Docs was me. And after we did affiliate pages, I said, I can just build that into BlogBaser. And I prefer it in BlogBaser. So you have it in both places. But this was created by that partner that I had. He had his own tech team that built that with a kid named Vashi, who's really, really good. And so what happened, just so you know, guys, is I started moving so fast. So we had 2 other developers that we hired as well. I'm not going to name their names because I just, I don't want to embarrass them. When we were hiring developers, we started saying, hey, if you're going to, this is going to be a trick question, we asked them. And I told them, Matt said, this is a trick question. If you have a problem, how would you fix it? And we described what the problem was to them. And most of them said things like 9 out of 10 said, well, I would go into the code base and find out because I suspect it's this. And we said, no, wrong. The correct answer is this is not working. Here's what it's currently doing. Here's what it should be doing. Please go fix it. And you can get bugs fixed in like 5 minutes. You just talk to these genius AI coders that got better and better and better as the year went on. And so we had 2 guys that actually answered it right. What happened was we were doing something, a brand-based integration with click campaigns. And 3 days in, it's not done. And I said to Matt, and this was happening over and over and over again with the AI developers. I said to Matt, hey, Matt, let me ask you a question. Am I wrong? I probably threw some curse words in there as well. Am I wrong here? This integration, I could one-shot this, and I'm not kidding you, Matt, in 10 minutes. He goes, I know, Mike, I feel the same way. Everything's taking 3 days that could be done in 5 minutes. And I said, you know what? I don't think I'm crazy. I'm just going to do it. So I went in, I fixed it, I pushed it live. 2 days later, 5 days, the other developer gets mad and he goes, hey, who did this? I've been working on this for 5 days and somebody else pushed it live. And I said, yes, that was me. I did it in 5 minutes. And he showed me his. I looked at mine. Mine was integrated better. And I said to Matt, unless we're using evangelical AI developers that are coding like us, we don't need developers anymore. They're just because anytime I talk to them, tell them what I want, it's easier for me to just talk to the AI agent. All right. So the reason why I tell you that is if you're wondering why we have this version of courses.gg, and let me log in here. And why I rewrote it is because I was seeing legacy situations from Groove. Now, these guys were good. Oh, and by the way, I just want to say this. Alan, our lead developer at Groove, he became evangelical about six to 9 months ago. Started doing his own little side projects and everything. He fell in love with AI coding, and now it's Alan pretty much is the lead dev. And then there's me and Matt that come up with the ideas, and we prototype and all that different type of stuff. So when I was seeing this and getting on calls, and we're releasing new software like BlogBaser and Page Builder and Click Campaigns that I'm so proud of, and all these other apps, and then we would come to this, and everything would slow down. And I didn't know the apps. You could tell I didn't know the app. I would have Amanda, who's on here, Amanda Vandergulik and John Garcia, come on and do the presentations because I didn't know the app. They were building it, and I wasn't happy with what I was seeing. Now, will I say that before AI, this would have been good and we could have went with it and everything like that? But things moved really slow. If I wanted an integration, it took a week, and I knew that I could get it done in a day. So this very soon is going to be moving to legacy.courses.gg when you, the community, say that you want to move from the old version to the new version, and you want your customers to have the new version without having to type in new.courses.gg. So what we did, the reason why I opened this up here is I want to show you essentially what I did. I opened up this repo here, and a repo just means a folder for a code base. Repository. I opened up this repository, and right here is a Next.js app, and everything else here is a PHP Laravel app. So I opened up Claude Code like this, and I simply said something like this. What you're looking at is a PHP Laravel repo. I'm not happy with it, and I want you to rate the code base for me. And when it rated it, it gave it a 62 out of 100. Okay. And I said, what I want to do is I want to use this as a reference, but I also want to use a reference of school. I'm going to provide you with 32 different screenshots from school. I want you to do research on school and blah, 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 and all that different type of stuff, right? And so what I ended up creating was a docs folder for all of these plans that we had, for everything, right? And then we created an actual PRD and then a roadmap. And a roadmap is basically like, hey, here's what we're going to build. So I spent like 3 hours like getting everything ready. And then I basically said, okay, start building the application in phase 1, phase 2, and everything like that. So this actually lives inside, and now we're going to peel it off from the PHP Laravel repo. And we built a completely new application from scratch, basically looking at what we already had as a code base with a brand new user interface. And we also did it with the understanding of school so that we can make our user interface a little bit better. So here's what I can tell you. Remember I told you I build the apps and then I hand them off at a certain point. I did about 90% of the work here. Then I handed it off to Matt. And Matt did about, let's say I did 80%. Matt did about 10% on migrating the database and things like that. And then he turned that over to Alan. And Alan did the final touch up of the 10%, got all the authentication working so that we actually could develop it, put it onto a server. And here it is, ladies and gentlemen. It's called new.courses.gg. So what we're going to do is we are going to go on the outside of the site. Okay, and we'll work on this homepage as well and make it a nicer homepage. I think probably the old courses.gg had a nicer homepage. We didn't really spend that much time here, but the important thing is we have. And if we look at school, right? Let's. All right. So we look at hours, right? You have the discover button here. You have. Very similar here. Once you click discover, I think we could make this the homepage. And now you'll see here, this is discover communities, create your own search, right? Discover communities, create your own search. So you can see I was heavily inspired by school. Here they have their tiles and you click in, you go into your course. It actually opens in a new page. Hours are here. And look, I might redesign these tiles to be a little bit thinner, tighter, focus more on the hero image, whatever the case may be. But this is the way ours currently looks right now. Here's Amanda's, right? So we'll click on that. And so the page now looks like this. You have all of the different information, her 191 people, 13 people are online in her community as we speak. And so we pulled all of the information and redesigned the user interface on the outside. And then we have the dashboard when you log in. So I'm going to log out of this in a minute because I'm in the admin at Groove Digital. John Garcia gave me his login authentication while he's at the doctor with his son who has a fever so that I can actually have something with a course that we can show. So what I want you to realize is school does something a little bit different. I'm going to log in to mine. And excuse me, guys, I think I'm coming down with something. You know, when you wake up and your throat feels that way and you're like, oh man, am I getting sick? All right. So school does it a little bit different, right? You log in and you're always as a student, right? These are your different courses that you signed up for. Hold on a second, Scabby. You cannot keep pawing at me like this while Daddy's working. You have to stay down. Working from home. Stay down. Stay away. And then what you have is you have your, let me see, I think Monarch is my course. Let me just see here. All right, so then when you go in as an educator, what do we call it? We call it a creator. When you go in as a creator, the dashboard sort of looks the same, but you basically you have all of these different things that work like this. So I modeled theirs, and I said, you know what? I still I understand that the way that they do it is more like a WYSIWYG. Like now I'm designing my course called Monarch, and this was me just testing it so that I could reverse engineer their stuff. So you have your course library here, your calendar, everything is like what you see is what you get. We did it similar, but ours works like this. So no more school talk at this point. I'm going to close Click Campaigns. We're going to focus on one browser here. So your customers, when they come in, they'll see a little thing over here that says upgrade, like if they want to become a creator. By the way, now that we've created courses.gg and I've created and I know everything about it, what we're going to do is we're actually going to start marketing this like a standalone business. And it is going to be free for everybody out there, with the caveat, the same way ClickBank is free, where people pay 5% of their sales. That's already built out. Anybody can create a community with courses.gg for free, and they just connect their Stripe and PayPal account. They give us 5% of their business. And if they want to upgrade and not pay 5% of their business, which they should, they get an account with Scale Plus and get all the other products. So as a student, you have your dashboard, you have the communities are things that you are members of. Courses are courses that you are enrolled in, and then you could favorite things, and you have things like your chat, and you'd have things like the calendar. Now, I also want to let you know that we have put in a feature into courses.gg that allows you to go live like you do in school. That isn't fully tested yet, but that, you know, a small test of that has been done. So that is this feature here. Let's see. Some of you, this go live feature, right? So when I click on this, school has like a go live to your group. And, you know, basically you can do a webinar or a call and all that stuff. We have built that out. I believe it's beyond prototype and it works. We have to set it up. It's going to work with your credits billing, right? Because there's a cost for per minute per user and stuff like that, and it's very, very nominal. So it'll just come out of your Scale Plus credits. These credits that you have on file here for your billing credits, we will put a new thing in here called minutes, and it'll just, you know, go with your credit card that's on file. All right. So now let's talk about what you guys really care about the most, and that's being a creator. So you simply go from your student dashboard to your creator dashboard by clicking here. Now, what I'm going to do for this is I'm going to log out. Oh, let me tell you a couple of other things that we've fixed yesterday. So we fixed the AI course builder, right? And maybe what I'll do right now, let's see. I didn't fully test yesterday because it was late. Let's go to YouTube. Let me switch to the company's account here. I do that out of respect for everybody, so you don't, you know, YouTube likes to give me all the, you know, the political news, right? So we are going to type in how to grow a YouTube channel fast. Let's find a nice long video, over 20 minutes. Okay. And my biggest advice for starting and growing a YouTube channel. So let's take this.
Figuring out how to grow.
And if this doesn't work, we'll get it working today. Remember, guys, we're releasing this in like alpha, beta. But I'm going to put this here now and click extract transcript. Okay, source not found. So I have to fully test this part right here. Let me, and like I said, we've got it working in Blogbaser. I'm just going to tell it to check that repo, see how we did it, and we'll get that done. But here's what I want to show you. All right. Once you get now to step 4, and by the way, you could create a course without doing it with AI, right? Once you get to step 4, okay, I'm sorry, step 3, we've added this new step called video. And basically what it does is it writes the prompt for you for Notebook LM for every single module. And even if you skip it later, you could go back while you're viewing the course as an admin, and there'll be a little button that you could press to get a prompt. And it gives you a very verbose prompt that you take over to Notebook LM, and it creates the video for you. So if you weren't with us yesterday, basically the way that works is you would basically just come here, add a source. You would upload or paste that text that we give you. And then you would only select that source like that. And you would click on video overview. And then you would get a video that would look just like this. Did I click on, hold on. But videos look like this. And you could download that by clicking download, and then you put it into your course, and it'll sound like this.
Okay, so there is a massive shift happening in marketing right now, and it's being driven entirely by AI. We're moving.
Okay, so what I'm encouraging you to do, or not encouraging you to do, I'm not telling you to go and build. I'm not telling you to go and build out AI courses as your main product. You could if you really do a lot of research and put some TLC into it. What I'm recommending is that when you have a course that you put your blood, sweat, and tears into, you may want to have some bonus courses on, like, the effective ways to use video in your marketing, or how to use Instagram, or whatever the case may be. And you could create your bonus courses with this, and they will be very, very good. And it will allow you to bonus stack your courses with good content, right? Because at the end of the day, we're using AI. Let it build the courses for us. So this will be available for you. And remember, when you go into Scale Plus and you want to give us feedback for this, you will click on this little thing right here, this little lifesaver. All right. And then when you come to the feedback portal, you will now notice that when you want to give us feedback for this, you'll select an app. We've added the new courses.gg. And so you'll list your bugs here, and we are going to be hammering every single little thing that you put out over the next 2 weeks. My goal is to get this thing up and running complete over the next 2 weeks. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to log out of Scale, my Scale account. And we're going to now sign in with the stuff that John Garcia gave me. Now, geesh, I hope I have to stop sharing my screen for a minute. Simon, can you put it on just my face for a minute? Because I don't want to open up my chat and find that it's behind me and John's password is showing. So let me see where we are here. All right, so good. So I'm going to find the chat. Excuse me. Matt said to me at 11:02, "Hey, Mike, I can confirm I pressed the end button yesterday." Yeah, crazy. It's a red button at the bottom of the screen. No confirmation. Yeah, that's what I was saying yesterday, that when you click that red button, it just boots you, and it doesn't even say, "Are you sure you want to end the stream for everybody?" Totally crazy. All right, so John Garcia gave me this. I'm going to put his username in. Oops. Hey. Stop it. Oh, Alan, are you here? Let's add Alan. Alan, are you here? Can you unmute yourself? Oh my goodness. Stay down. Apologies, folks. The cat that just wants to puff his tail up and just walk all over your screen. All right, Alan, what I'm doing is I'm taking the email address here, and as soon as I type it in, it's redirecting me. Oh, can you share my screen, Simon? I'll do it. Okay, this is what I want to show you. I'm coming to this login page here. I'm simply, all I'm doing is putting the email, and then it redirects me.
Okay, I might check that.
Is there another way to log in?
Using Scale Plus.
No, I need to log into John Garcia's account where there's a course.
Let me check here real quick.
It's the legacy user login. Let me put
What's
the
his email?
password in first. His email is
Pollux.
Pollux, polluxmedia@gmail.com. Let me try with his single sign-on. Maybe it works here.
Yeah, that email is connected to his Keycloak account.
All right, good. So you saw the other bug though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to fix that. Okay. So, and you look handsome, Alan, coming on camera for us for the first time. All right, so we're into his account. I'm going to unlock my 1Password. I'm going to save it so that I have it for the future. Let's save it. Okay. All right, Alan. Thank you very much. I'll let you go back, or if you want to hang out, that's up to you. All righty. I'll send you back. All right. So, all right, everybody. So now I'm in John Garcia's account here. This is his student account. This is his creator account. Now, when you let's go through here as a creator. So now when you're a creator, when you click on My Communities, these are your actual communities. These are your actual communities that let me see, that you owned, and these are memberships that you're part of. Okay, so I should redo that. When you click on communities, you see all of them. These are the ones that you own, and these are the ones that you're a member of. So these are John's courses right here that he's made. Now, I also want to let you know the way we built it is the way we had transformed the old legacy courses.gg. I'm going to call it legacy and the new. And in the new one, the way that it works with your courses is you have a course library. And Alan, the courses should show up in the course library that when they come in from the previous one, they're not. I'm realizing that right now because you can see John has this course mastery here. Oh, wow. This looks absolutely gorgeous, by the way. So you can see the users are going to actually see it just like at school. But when you create a course, let's create your first course. You can build with AI or manual. And so what I want you to understand, ladies and jelly beans, is that your courses that you create cannot be sold. They are just like videos that you would reuse in a library. So once you are done creating your course here, then you will create a community. And when you created a community, you have this nice builder here, very much like you have with school. So you can just add your cover image here as well. And when you go to add your courses, that would be here in Classroom. You just add courses from your course library. Okay, so there's no courses in the course library, but if you did, you would just add it. So what you have is the ability to add courses that you have in other communities. Now, I don't believe school allows you to do that. If you create a new community with school and you have all of these other courses in another community, it's kind of like a separate account. You can't reuse those courses. You have to rebuild everything from scratch all over again. So just wanted to let you know that. But as you can see here, building out your community is just like building it out in school. What you see is what you get. We have all of the different features. We have the Go Live feature here as well. You can view your public page. You have your settings for your community. Now this, obviously, let me get a screenshot. Hopefully that's working right now. Yep. This needs a little bit of help. There's not enough room here, but you have your different, all your different settings that you'll need for this as well. All right. You're going to notice that this is a lot snappier as well. And so let's go back now to the dashboard and click on John's courses. This is the ones that he owned. I'm going to delete this one. Danger Zone. All right. I'm definitely coming down with something. I can feel it. All right, so John's communities here, and let's click on this one here. And let's see, does he have courses? So let's try a different one of his. Like I said, guys, he was going to be on here. He knows which one of his courses. And Alan, is it possible that it didn't import his courses? I'm going to add Alan back. Alan, you're in.
Hello. I think he was going to create a course on
No,
live.
Oh, okay. So yeah, we're going to do a full training next week. He's actually going to be doing that, like a full courses.gg training and build out. I wanted to do more of an overview and announce like, hey, this is live in alpha or beta for you guys to go test and let us know so that we could eventually make it, get it. I want to release this perfect. So you'll still have your regular courses.gg. And in about 2 weeks, I want this thing to be perfect. And with your help, especially those of you that have courses on there, you're going to like this, you're going to see it and just report it into the feedback portal. And we're going to be hammering out tickets literally left and right. All right. Yeah. So
just so you know, the login was not a bug. It just detected that John's account is on Keycloak and redirect to you for login.
Oh, that's the way it's supposed to work. Gotcha. Okay, thank you. Oh, so we don't have to worry about that bug. So maybe it should put a little pop-up to not confuse the user and or something, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because the user interface makes you feel like, hey, what the heck is happening here? So here's my question for you, Alan, that I want you to look into. I want to assume that these already had courses and they didn't come over. Amanda, can you do me a favor? Can you hit me up on WhatsApp? Can you confirm? I'm gonna send Amanda. Maybe you can't get on. Maybe you can. I'm going to WhatsApp you the link if you want to get on and maybe share your screen. And if you can, if you're busy and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, no worries. We don't want Telegram. Telegram is where I yell at all of my AI agents. We want WhatsApp. Amanda, I want to take you by the hand. All right. Amanda, if you can just type in the stream in WhatsApp, I can't make it, or give me 5 minutes, or I'll be on in 2 seconds. Or maybe she's stepped away from the computer and she's not even hearing this right now. So I'll give her a few seconds, and if she doesn't respond, I'm assuming she stepped away. And we will just move on to mystore.gg. And John Garcia, she's responding. Give me a quick moment. Just need to hop onto my other computer. Okay, she's going to be coming on. So while she's doing that, I'll go over just a couple of other things here. You have your sales. So if you're making sales, you'll get everything here in your sales dashboard. I see this needs a little bit of love. Oh, maybe not. I just don't like that it's bleeding. Maybe we can make that a little bit bigger. Let me get a screenshot of that.
Yeah, I did see that John has a course on that community.
Yeah, so it looks like the courses didn't come over. Only the communities did. It didn't pull the courses over. All right. You can see your members will be able to be here. Listen, I know you. Sorry, guys, my cat. I'm literally going to have to lock. If you don't stop, I'm locking you in the bedroom. Stay. Again, all these different things that we get from you're going in the bedroom, that we get from school, we've added them all here as well. And you have your calendar, and this is how you manage your calendar and your events. So let me just wait for Amanda to boot up her computer. I'm going to take a little sip of water here. And then we'll move on to mystore.gg, and then we're going to talk about something we'll be doing some more talking about next week, which is this agentic marketing mastermind we're creating. All right, Amanda's in. Let me just find my Amanda. Ready to pop in?
Hello.
Okay. Hi. How are you? Good to see you.
I'm excited. I want to I really want to move everything over, and I want to finally be able to talk to those 190 some members that I haven't been able to communicate with yet.
Oh, very good. Who knows,
I'm super
Amanda?
excited.
So you've done a little coding with Replit, right?
Oh, I am loving it. Oh my gosh. You should see what the app looks like now. It's just crazy. I've got my students in there testing. So now I'm at the stage where I get to hear about all the bugs.
Yeah. So we've, I'll do a 2-minute pause just to explain how it's going to tie back to you.
Okay.
We partnered with a gentleman named Mitch Russo. He had a company called Clientfolio. We rebranded it as ClickCoach. It's his company. We help him market it. His software was written in PHP spaghetti code, and then we redid the UI, and that's the current ClickCoach. But I did the same exact thing. I went in and I said, hey, I want to create a Next.js app, and we completely rewrote ClickCoach, which is going to be coming soon. He knew Replit a little bit, and what I did is I spent a couple of hours with him on putting on the big boy pants and moving to Claude Code in a terminal, IDE, all this different type of stuff. I recorded that. I'll be happy to get that for you as well. It's a 2-hour thing. What I'm thinking, if you're interested, Amanda, not that I want to put you to work for us, but I wouldn't be opposed to sharing the repo with you, having you create a branch, and then so all of the stuff that you're reporting to us, say, hey, Mike, can you fix it? You know how this workflow works. You could just basically go and knock out certain things and say, Alan, Mike, I have 15 different changes in the repo, and then we could do a pull request and see it and merge it in, because it's the same amount of work for you to report it into the feedback portal as it is to just do it. So we could talk more about that.
Okay.
So yeah, we've got a new ClickCoach that's going to be coming as well. That's very similar to what we've done here with courses.gg. But if you want to share your screen, let's see how your stuff pulled over, because you know your product a little bit better. And again, the reason why I'm stumbling over here is because I don't actually have a course on the platform. John Garcia does. He was supposed to be here, but his kid is sick. So I think it would be better if we had somebody.
All right. So like in the old courses, or?
No, go to new. Why don't you share your screen when you get a chance?
Yeah. Let me just get on there first so I can share the screen. Okay.
Take your time.
And share screen.
And then when we're done here, we're going to do a good 10 or 15 minutes on mystore.gg, and then Matt's going to do a full. So we're going to have John Garcia do a good 90 minutes on courses.gg next week, and then Matt's going to do a good 90 minutes on MyStore. I'm just here to show you that it's live and how to report bugs, and then we're going to do full trainings on it.
Okay, let me just choose here. Okay, I think we've got the right one. Yes. So you will temporarily see this, but now I'll move over here. Okay. So I won't see you because I just have you on a different. Actually, let me move this over here, and then I can see you over there. I took your advice, and I got 2 monitors.
Ah, yeah, it helps. It definitely helps, especially for live streams.
Right? Yeah, exactly. Which I'll be doing in 50 minutes.
And with two, you always can look over. That's why you always see me looking over here, because then you get to see what other people are seeing. But if you don't have somebody in the room with you, and you're going out and sharing your screen and out and sharing your screen, and it's happened before. When I fly solo on a single computer, and I'm like, all right, and it happens to me on Zoom all the time. My team will tell you, that people are like, Mike, you're not sharing your screen, and if you go on a 30-minute tangent, you could just be having your face there, not seeing the chat, and then somebody rings your phone. Hello, hey, Amanda, I'm one of your members. You're not sharing your screen, right? So, all right, all you. So what you should do now, click the sign in button and sign in the same way you sign into your regular courses.
All right.
GG.
Okay. Let me move this out of the way. So I guess it took me to the Scale Plus sign in. There we go.
Yeah.
All right, we're in.
Okay. I'm gonna remove Alan, and I'm gonna remove. I don't want to remove me because then you can't hear me. So I'll just do. Let me see. We have another view where I think we can put us there really tiny at the bottom. So that's a little bit better. All right. So yeah. So I'm gonna make my screen full screen so I could see a little bit bigger. And all right. So now do me a favor. Click on My Communities. Oh, and just go back to the dashboard. I want Alan to see this as well.
Okay.
Alan, do you see the continue learning is the screenshots aren't showing there? I think that's a little bug right there that we have to fix, because those screenshots do show later when she clicks on My Community. So for whatever reason, the thumbnails are not showing in the bottom where it says continue learning. All right. So, okay, let's click on My Communities.
Yeah, and I'm under creator.
Yeah. And now click on owned.
Let's see here. Oh, here.
Okay, so those are your two?
Yep.
Okay, click on, and just do me a favor, click on course library on the left.
Let's see here. Course library.
Yeah, Alan, it appears that we brought the communities over, but we didn't import the courses over.
Yeah, I noticed when I went into my owned one that if I go in here and I look in the classroom, there's nothing in there.
Yeah, so that's a major issue. Alan, I'm going to bring him back on just real quick. Add to stage.
And there doesn't seem to be yet.
Try refreshing the page now.
Oh, sure.
I was checking some things and it looks like the old.
Do you want me to clear the cache?
No, the database is different. That'll propagate. He's working on it in the
into your dashboard and library now.
All right. Now the easy back to the dashboard is not.
It's up at the top right. It's
oh,
up
you know what? It's probably underneath. It was underneath our live stream thing.
Okay.
That's why I couldn't see it. All right.
So
all right, now what, Alan? Go to course library now.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so the courses are showing there.
Yes.
So we got that fixed. So let's click on the course. Hover over it.
So if I hover over it, there's
three dots up at the top right. It's not easy to see, so that could probably do a little bit better. Click on Edit Course. All right, and so now you should be able to see all the information here, and then click the next buttons down at the bottom to go through what the course creation is like.
Right, and the curriculum should show up here, and there should be multiple ones there. Okay.
There should be more. There should be multiple, so it's missing.
I think it's. Oh no, it's down in. There you go. I put it all.
Oh, there you go.
Because there were so many levels, and I was trying to,
Yeah, but now you can see it like how the UI works and how it looks.
Yeah.
So you click Add Lesson, Add Chapter, etc.
All right. So if I just finish that off.
And Amanda, what do you think about this intuitively moving around here? Does this look better and easier than the previous version?
I do like that it's nice and clean. I would still love it if there were less needed layers, like that you have the option for layers, but that it's not mandatory to fill in all the layers, because it would have been nicer to just have each of these as its own thing, which might be possible now in the new version. In the old version, you had to create these different layers first, which was a little annoying.
What do you mean by layers? Just so I know.
So you see how it's like, it's under this, and then it goes, so you had to do a module, then you had to do a chapter, then you had to do the lesson. For some of your courses, that might be the case, but for some of the courses, you might just literally have a course with like 10 lessons and not necessarily inside a chapter or inside a module.
Right. So you would want to go to just module lesson.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
But it depends how full the course is, because this particular one is a fairly, just 10 video course, whereas otherwise you had a cat issue. I have a cat issue.
Yeah, exactly.
I believe Riley actually looks a lot like your Kenny, if I remember.
Yeah.
So
Kenny,
we're sending
who passed
you.
away last week.
Sending you our love.
Yeah, we got his little ashes back on Monday, so he's sitting next to the ashes of Bloggy. It's so we're very happy he came back home. Yeah,
that's good. Yeah. So, do you want to see what it looks like inside here?
Yeah, let's go all the way through the course builder at the bottom. Let's just click next on everything.
All right. Since I haven't made any changes, failed to update course, possibly because I didn't make any changes. Shall I just?
No, it should still. Yeah, just put a dot there.
Yeah,
and then click
I'm just
save.
going to put Amanda.
Okay.
Just with something. No, failed to update.
All right. Did you see that, Alan?
Yeah, I got
okay. We made a note of that.
And I see now that you've got the group cell integration, which is great.
Mm-hmm.
So would you like me to just click on preview then?
Yeah, let's click on preview course, see how that looks.
Oh my gosh, that is so nice and clean. And I heard your message about I'm going to need a better quality image now.
Yeah, 4K. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
No
All right.
worries.
Click on My Communities again
Okay.
on the left. And now click on Owned. And now click on that same course that you were just in. And now click on Classroom.
Oh, yes. Oh, but
Okay,
let me refresh the page just in case. Nope, not yet.
Yeah, so Alan, we need the courses to show up here as well.
I think we had a problem. I don't know if it happened to Amanda's. Other users could edit. Yeah, I think your courses.
With the original, yeah, they were, for months they've been telling me they could edit, but nobody has done that, which is very kind.
Problem on the database. They might need to run a script to correct all the owners of the courses and communities.
That was in the new version or the old version?
In the old version.
The old version and all the courses that were created there. But I think right now it's not showing there because the course might be on draft.
Oh, yes, I believe so. Here, let me just go back and have a look at it because I think you're right with what I said.
Alan, it should still show there, and for admin, like if you're the owner, it should show, and it should say draft mode. You know what I mean?
Okay. I think you're going to do that on course library.
Yeah.
Because here it doesn't say draft, but I noticed when we went inside that I did see draft somewhere.
Go on dashboard and course library.
Okay, dashboard, course library.
Yeah, draft.
And oh, here it is. Yeah, draft. Yeah. And is there a way to publish? No.
Let me see if we change here. I'll put it approved here, and then I will check this on the. Go back to the community and see if it shows there.
My communities.
Owned.
Thank you. I find this one is not as natural for me to find. I feel like if it was at the top, it might be more natural.
Yeah.
In Classroom.
All right, now let's see if it's in there, and I'll refresh it.
Yeah, just.
Not yet.
All right, yeah, so we'll work on that. All right. Okay. I think we're good. I think we have enough to start hammering out tickets, especially here's the thing with John Garcia, owning this product since he has courses and he's teaching on it and everything like that. We will, instead of literally creating a Google Doc, we should literally, every single thing that we see, just go right into the feedback portal and just hammer out little tickets for it,
Yeah. Yeah, and if you want to connect with me later, and then we can figure out about,
Great. All right. Thanks, Amanda. I know that you were in the middle of your day over there. I appreciate you.
No worries. I know. I'm getting ready for my live stream in half an hour.
Okay.
All right. But I'll stick around until then, so I'll be in the comments.
All right. See you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.
And don't hit the red button.
No, I won't hit the red button.
See you later. All right, Alan. Okay, so what we're going to do, I'm going to take the Scrizzle back. And we are going to now go to app.scale+. And we're going to go to this new app that we've finally was down at the very bottom. It used to be down all the way down here, and it said unavailable. And we have just made this available right now. And let me just do this. Hold on just a second. I'm going to go, wrong one. I do that all the time since we added that now. We're going to go, well, I got to log out. I got to log in as Groove. And we're going to, Alan, we're hearing a lot of clicking. If you click on the mic, that's okay. You don't have to mute yourself. If you click on the microphone and you click on the settings, you could click reduce mic background noise. That'll get rid of any sounds like that. All right, so I'm sharing my screen. We should share my screen. Okay, I'm going to go to admin panel and products, my store. I'm going to edit that, and I'm going to call that beta. All right. And so now when we go back to here, there you go. So my store is beta. So folks, you can now get access to this. Now, when you sign in here, This is replacing GrooveCart. Now, Matt is going to come on next week, and he's going to do a full version of this. I'm going to do a quick walkthrough of this, but Matt has added. Here's what the discussion Matt and I had. I created my store.gg for 3 people: for my wife Michelle, for Matt's wife Andrea, and our partner Sonia. And what I mean is that was the avatar. I wanted a person that wanted to be able to get a store up and running in about 3 hours. And I will say this, and I say this with love, and Matt and I have a beautiful happy medium here. Matt loves e-commerce and e-commerce optimization. And when I met Matt, remember, there was no Groove. There was something called Ultra Fun Cart. And Ultra Fun Cart was basically an e-commerce store. And so this is Matt's, was his passion. This is what he wanted to build. And we built GrooveCart with way too many gears, functions, and features. So when I built this, and trust me, there was no disagreement in the way that we did things. There was just one thing I wanted it to be. I wanted it to be an iPad, meaning that it could be used at hospitals for surgeons, but a 3-year-old can pick it up and play their games, right? So when we created this, I liked the simplicity of the app. And I wanted, if you look at the original prompt that I said, I'm creating a Pareto principle e-commerce app, not Shopify. I want the 80-20 that people want. And I wanted to be very, very firm with people of like, hey, could you add this feature? Could you add this feature? And at a certain point, I could say, just go to Shopify. This is a simple store builder for people like my wife that can get their stuff up and running. And then we got it to that prototype. And then Matt took it over and he says, wait till you see what I'm adding. And he added a ton of features, but he kept it like an iPad. So now it has more power, it has more complexity, and it can do pretty much all of the stuff that it should do. And it's hidden behind advanced gears and different things like that. So you still get the simplicity of the app, and Matt gives all the power of a power user. So at the end of the day, we have a gorgeous, and so there's no bad news here. What I wanted to say is Matt was able to keep his vision in the iPad vision that I wanted, so that you could take this to a hospital and use it for surgery, and a 3-year-old could play their games with it. So going through the dashboard here, real quick. By the way, you have your light mode. Dark mode is absolutely gorgeous. This little arrow here will open up your store so that you can see your store at any time. And this is Matt putting this background here and the current colors that we have. So I'm going to maybe change the theme up and show you what happens when you change the theme up. Okay. So in fact, I think I even built it like without even a header image. Like I didn't want it. Again, because I didn't want people to create like Frankenstein designs. Matt added that in there. We have a header image, but obviously you put a nice header image, it'll look nice. All of your users are going to be able to see your store in light mode and dark mode. Okay, so your analytics, all of your information. Oh, now Matt told me, we have something called demo mode. I'm going to leave it out of demo mode. Let me see here. We go into settings here and see enable demo mode. Okay, so I'm in demo mode, and what that means is we're going to get a lot more information at the page when we look at it, right? So now in demo mode, I can show you what it looks like to have customers and sales and everything like that. Your analytics will look like this. Your orders are going to look like this. When you click on the order, you get order details. You have little things like issue or refund. And this product, Matt has spent 60 days really fine-tuning everything that we're going to be doing with courses.gg. Your products are here. If you want to look at a product, you simply click here, and you can see this app. Like Matt, he literally texted me yesterday. He says, man, I love TanStack and Convex. That's the stack that we use this with Next.js. If you look at adding a product, everything is so fast and snappy. I'm almost embarrassed to go open up GrooveCart right now to show you. If we click on something like this, it spins for 12 seconds. So this is super fast and lightweight. Matt added bundles. I can see here. Again, this is Matt's dream to do this. Bundles are where you basically can create bundles. So we went away from creating, just a simple app where you'd be like, hey, can you do this? No, go to Shopify. Matt added all of these features for you, and he's very, very proud of it. So we have print on demand. You can work with Printful, Printify, Gelato, T-Launch, Tscape. Now, the theme, as you see, when you click on the theme, this automatically closes here because you need more room to be able to see what you're working on here. And your themes are here, okay? So I see that Matt changed this. It used to just be on the left. So let me see how this works. Okay, so themes, you have your different types of themes that we've created for you. I see he added a lot more. I had about 6 themes. He added a ton of themes in here for you. And so let's just choose this health and wellness, select this theme. Okay. And then you choose the style. All right. And the style are basically going to be the different colors and the fonts here. And you could view the details, and you can even customize any of these. So let me tell you, between these templates that Matt created and the styles, you can have a store like be absolutely like everything that you want. I'm going to apply the design, right? All of your users will have light mode and dark mode. Okay. And let me see this full screen and open it in a new tab. All right. You can see, you can really change your store up in just a second. You click on the image. Let's go back to light mode. All right. You have your gallery here like this. Okay. You have all your variants, your quantity, you add to cart. You have this beautiful, I gotta tell you, this is just a beautiful app. Blows away anything we did with GrooveCart. And we will go back to the dashboard. I'm going to close here. Let's go to customize. Here, this is where you add the banner up at the top and whether or not you want one. You have your hero section. So I can see Matt added a lot of nice stuff in here. You got your navigation, your different sections, footer, and your contact information. Branding is for your logo to go across the entire site. Your cart and checkout. Okay, Matt added a lot of new features here. And you could turn these things on and off, like whether or not you want the countdown timers and testimonials, your trust badges. This is all Matt's dream right here. So this is something we didn't have before. This is basically optimization for your cart page and your checkout page. It looks like he's going to be adding some stuff here soon. And you have your integrations, your shipping integrations, payments, email marketing. So he added these. Matt spent a lot of time in here, and he's going to continue. He's in love with this product, and he's going, as they say, he's going ham on it. So it's going from being that simple app that does pretty much everything you need just to get a store up and running, and he wants it to completely replace GrooveCart and give you an option that you won't need Shopify for anything. So that is pretty much it. As I said, Matt will do a full demo for this next week. I'm going to exit the demo mode, and you're going to see all this data is going to go away here. And that is basically mystore.gg. You'll be able, by the way, to create multiple stores, right? You have your ability to connect Stripe to it, and so on. All right. So let me see what we have here. So are we going to be able to put what we want in the store? Yes. Yeah. This is why it's called My Store, right? You can sell anything that you want in it. It doesn't have to be print on demand. You just go to products and you click add a product, and you will add physical products. You can do digital, but you're just going to use GrooveSell and later Scale.gg for that. This is basically meant for you to sell physical products, supplements, or print on demand, or little knickknacks that you create. Anything, any type of physical product that you can imagine. Items that you would find on Pinterest, teeth whitening, gels, different things like that. All right. So content driven plus fashion minimal. I don't know what this is here. I don't really like that, unless that's the name of the store. but whatever. I'll talk to Matt about that, and I'm not sure why this says preview here. Let me just see. Yeah, I don't know why this says preview, and I don't know what this is. So we have the preview here. So I'll ask Matt. All right, folks. So that's pretty much wrapping up the Scale.gg quarterly update. I do want to show you. Maybe I was in a preview mode. Yeah, I was in a preview mode. I'm sorry, guys. I was previewing a site. This is the dashboard here. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk to you about something that that we're working on. Let me take a sip. I am sick as a dog. I'm literally sick. I feel it. That whole flu thing, lightheadedness, and throat. That whole thing. You know, where you're like, oh goodness, I got the COVID. That feeling that you got. COVID equals flu, right? I want to talk to you about something. We're going to be doing a webinar next week. I'm going to work with Simon. I'll write some swipe. I'll work with Lucius. We'll get a page up, probably email Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and do a webinar Thursday or Friday on it. And I want to let you know that this is not for everyone. In fact, many of you are not our target market. We're actually going to be targeting, and I don't mean this in a bad way. Three things need to be true for you to do this, and we have to find out which of our 45,000 customers are this. We're looking for just a couple of hundred, at most, and we're looking for. In our 700,000 non-customers, we want to reach out with a webinar. We'll eventually talk to some JV partners. Oh, there's some more stuff I'm going to be talking to you about today as well. But we're mainly going to be doing something that's happening in our business, and we're going to be sharing it with people. And here are the things that need to be true, in my opinion, for you to do this. Number one, you're going to need a little bit of money, not a lot. As you know, I'm part of masterminds, a few different masterminds. Let me just put my phone on Do Not Disturb here. We're going to be doing something called we're creating a community in courses.gg, like a school community. And this community is going to be for extremely sophisticated people. It's for the people that are in my speakeasy. It's for the people that I meet at Flight Club. It's for the people that I'm in green rooms with when I'm on stage and we're hanging out. And it's for people that are like in my podcast, the Wicked Smart podcast. So the three criteria, anybody's welcome, but I'm telling you, this is going to be like advanced stuff, and it's going to be painful. And some of the stuff I'm going to say to you is going to be like, Mike, I'm surprised you own a software company, and you would say that. Okay. But just understand everything with where I'm coming from. So I think you should be making, in my opinion, about $300,000 a year or more to be part of this mastermind. I'll tell you the price. It's going to cost about $5,000 a year. We are going to meet at my new studio. Let me see if I can show you that. Bear with me a second. I'm going to see if I can open it here. I got a lot of text messages. Let's open up my Photos app. All right, so take a look at this right here. This is the second half of the studio. So by the way, we have a 5.5-year lease on our studio downstairs. It's been 5.5 years since we did that Groovathon. Thank you for sharing. We did the Groovathon in 2020 in my home in Wellington, where we had all those people come down, and then we got the new studio. You guys remember that whole journey? Well, it's been 5.5 years, and here's the new studio. You probably won't hear the sound because I'm not sharing. Let me see if I can open this in QuickTime. Will this allow me to open it in QuickTime? No. So we'll just play it here without sound. Okay. So this studio right here we're going to have the wall there, and this can fit about 200 people. And then you'll see me basically walk from this side. I was counting how many feet. This is where the control room is going to go. And that's basically the view of our studio. And I was basically counting the feet so I could measure it. And then over here, let me move this over here for just a second. Let me hit the back button, and I'll show you. This is the outside of it. So this is the parking lot. And let me show you where it's going to be. Let me show you here. I'm going to go to Meisner Boca Raton Bark Park. Yeah, here it is. Okay, so if we click this on the map, open in maps. Okay, so if I close this, this is my house right here and studio. I live right here in Boca Raton on East Palmetto Park Road, right on the corner of Meisner Boulevard. The studio is literally right here. This is the studio right there. People walk by all the time. I'm in my studio. That's my office right here. And people will, actually it's this fourth one. That's my office right here where I do the live streams from. This is the studio. And my apartment is somewhere in this building, literally facing somewhere right here. In fact, I could even tell you if without 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, this bay window right here is where I'm backed up at right there. That's where I live. All right. So now if we go back and we zoom back out and we go back to the map here, the Meisner Bark Park is right over. Did we get rid of it? Why is it not showing here? Let's click it here, get it on. Okay. Okay, so now I'll close this. Now this is my house right here. And this is the Boca Town Square Mall right here, this whole area. And this right here is, if I go here like this is the Bark Park where we take our dog for a walk. And the new studio is literally, this is the Amazon Fulfillment Center, is literally right over here, right here. This is the new studio. Okay, so I'm going to show you standing right here, looking at this car. Okay, and then we're going to walk in this door, and I'm going to show you the new studio, and I'm going to explain why I'm explaining all of this stuff to you in just a minute. So let's bring this over. Remember, I told you that I was going to show you that car right there. So this is the new studio. All right, so this is. So we walk in the door, and right here is going to be either my office or a podcast room on the left. So let's just walk in there, right? So that's where I'm going to be moving to. This is going to be a conference room. And if you know anybody in Boca Raton, the rest here, this is me just showing the kitchen. This is the bathroom. And then I walk back, and now that's the front door right there. So when you walk in to the right of the front door, we are creating a co-working space in Boca Raton. So this crapped out. Come on. Not sure why it's. So we're creating a co-working space here in Boca Raton. And this is just the glass up. Now I'm basically making it so that you can see everything. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and on the opposite side over here, I'm sorry, I'm getting all dizzy. This is going to be a small office, and then the largest office will be here. We have 9 different offices for people that if they want to, let me see, so something's wrong here. I don't know why that's so zoomed in. Anyway, we didn't need the space, but it's good for co-working. So the co-working, the people that are going to rent this between 800 or 1200 or whatever it's going to be, will actually pay for the entire studio for us. And so why did I show you this? Well, the mastermind that we're going to be creating, called the Agentic Marketing Mastermind, it's going to be a community, like a school community, inside of courses.gg. And it's going to be a one-time payment annually of $5,000. We are going to be meeting 3 times a year at that studio, and we're going to be meeting once a week, like every Friday, and we're going to be discussing some of the things that I'm going to show you here. Now, there's some other things that really make this powerful. It's what I basically call God mode. And I will now say again, the 3 things that I think that you need to do this. I really don't want your money if you're not one of these people. This will be over most people's heads. I will let you decide that when we show it to you next week, and I'm going to give you a brief demo of what it is right now. So number 1, I think you should be doing $300,000 a year. That's a good amount of money, ladies and gentlemen. That's, that's close to $25,000 a month, or I think it's exactly $25,000 a month in revenue. Why? Because I think the $5,000, I think the $5,000 for you should be so painless that you go, why are you only charging $5,000? Why aren't you charging like $25,000, $30,000, $40,000 for this mastermind? That's number 1. Number 2, I think you need to be somewhat technical, right? Because what I'm about to show you is what we refer to in our company called God mode. And so much so that we've created a God mode version of click campaigns. So you need to be, number 1, you need to have the finances that is painless. Number 2, you need to have a business that, in my opinion, doing $300,000 a year. So this isn't for, I don't want to break the bank for anybody here. And I want you to be part of a high-level mastermind. And number 3, you need to be marketing savvy and technical. And I'm going to show you why. All right. So let me share my screen here. And all are welcome, but I will tell you this is going to be, I know basically from what we do from teaching with Groove and now with Scale, that probably only about 5 to 10% of you qualify for one. Like, you're going to see this and be like, 2 people are going to see this and be like, oh, that's so technical, that's not for me. Or you're going to be like, yeah, that's for me, I want to learn this. And so we've already started this mastermind. I have about 15 people in it. We showed it over at Flight Club Mastermind, and basically the entire Flight Club Mastermind basically just said, hey, I need to be part of this. Because what's happening is I'm doing consulting now. About 3 times a month, I'm getting on calls with people and showing them what a term that I coined called agentic marketing. It's taking everything that I knew about Claude Code to work on software, and I applied it to marketing. And we are seeing results like we've never seen before. And we share these results at masterminds, and then everybody wants to get on the phone with us. And when they do, we show them how to implement these things into their business. And we form this agentic marketing mastermind. And we're going to be doing a webinar on it next week. I'll give you a brief understanding about what it is right now. So let me open up this little application right here. Let me share my screen. Thank you. All right. So I'll put myself here. How about here? Okay. And isn't there like a tiny version of that as well? Hold on just a second. Not edit. Oh, I guess I'm seeing them all. Yeah. And there's another one where I can go up there. We'll do that one. All right. So this application right here that you're seeing is literally called God mode. All right. So let me log in here. You have to authenticate. Unfortunately, this doesn't work with 1 password. So I have to sign in here. So it works like this. So God mode essentially allows you to take the brains of click campaigns, All right. And the first thing that you do is you would download the repo. And let me see if I have it open here right now. Window. Let's open it. Okay. So I actually have the God mode repo here, right? We have full training on this. And that's why I said, folks, this is somewhat complicated. Now, the way that you could work with God mode, there's a couple of different ways that you could work with it. Number one, you could use it in VS Code. Number two, you can work on it with Claude, okay? Desktop like this, or even better, from 50% of the people are going to like it with CoWork. And you'll even see, like, for instance, here is it's working in like here. And I was just doing a demo, like say, hey, create me a 4th of July webinar page, right? And so we're stepping out of working with Click Campaigns, but using the brains of Click Campaigns. And you can do that with either Claude CoWork, Claude Code. You could use IDEs like VS Code. You could use Cursor, which is what I like to use. You can use Google's anti-gravity, and you could use the new things like OpenClaw. You could use Manus, GenSpark, Perplexity Computer. And you can even use, right here, I have, you can see yesterday, I'm going to share my screen here. We just literally launched, and again, it's only for God mode subscribers. The Vercel yesterday came out with something called the Vercel Chat API. And the Vercel Chat API allows us to now connect with Click Campaigns via Slack or Telegram or WhatsApp or Microsoft Teams or Discord. And so that you can now actually have your entire teams working with Click Campaigns and talking to Alex or any of the agents directly as team members in your company. And the results are absolutely astonishing because you're getting the power of the desktop. So I want to show you something, and please don't understand where this comes from. It's a little controversial here. I'm going to show you the new MikeFilsaime.com. Now, this site was created using God mode. Could it be created in Page Builder? I don't know that it could from scratch. But I do believe you can literally now just copy this URL and clone it. So you can clone any page on the website, but the ability to do animations like what you see here with a site called like motion.dev. And this is where when you animate like over a website and then the golf clubs like start coming out of the bag, and then when you scroll back down, they come into the bag. All of those animations that you see at an Apple website, they're just not possible in a browser. You're not going to be able to get that out of Wix, Squarespace, Page Builder, Groove, Go High Level, or ClickFunnels. So what we do is I'm going to show you this right here. Let's go back to the God Mode app. So the first thing that you do is you download the repo. Then what you do is you get a CLI token, which means you authenticate, because you have to be able to authenticate your God Mode subscription in order for this to work. And the repo actually connects to Click Campaigns, where all the skills and the agents and everything are. The other thing that you'll do in this application is you will create an actual campaign here. But let me show you how this works in Click Campaigns. I'll do it here. You would go to Click Campaigns, click Create a New Campaign, and you would create your campaign. And then you would choose your tasks, like your VSL and your sales letter and your email launch sequence and your affiliate sequence, right? And then you will do your webinar. Oh, and remind me, I got a really cool thing I want to show you with webinars in just a minute. You'll do your webinar here. Now, we've added a few new things here to webinars. We've added outline, document, speaker notes, and exact verbiage for slides. Choose all three of these. I'm actually going to go on a tangent here. Once this is done, you will go to your campaign and you will take your webinar slides Okay. You take your entire webinar slides, because now we give you the speaker notes and everything, and you click select all copy, and you take that over to Gamma. So this is basically a Gamma workflow integration now. And what you do is you simply click new Gamma, create with AI. Yeah, paste in text. You paste the text like this, just like that. And in about 30 seconds, you get, and this was me demoing it the other day, you get a presentation that looks just like this. So you could have us build the presentations, or just take the, I get it, got it. Great, you got new stuff, great. Okay, whatever. Okay, oh goodness. All right, so you simply paste that presentation in that we create for you, and it builds the entire presentation in Gamma better than even we do with HTML and with PowerPoint or Keynote. So my workflow now is to have when I create the campaign, I check off that I want the outline, the speaker notes, and the exact verbiage. And then whatever, I'll just say, yeah, whatever, create me an HTML presentation. But then I take all these notes, paste it in Gamma, and I get my stuff there. So I just wanted to show you that's another workflow that you can be doing. But whatever, we're going to click save. All right, now I'm going to click save and continue. You've seen this before. We now move the brand kit up to the first step, right? We're going to go next. We're going to give it a name. Let's just say affiliate pages, July 4th demo. I want you to create a campaign where they get 20% off the first year for the 4th of July. Make the hook be independence. Everything about the copy and everything should be about independence. Okay. And so what happens now, you may not even have noticed this. We have this new thing, and it's saying that we're going to use Benson as our copywriter. I could shut that off if I want. We have the create campaign. You guys are very familiar with this, but we also have this new feature called advanced options. Number one, I can download this instruction file to work with the trying to over here. I can have it work with this repo here with Claude Code that you downloaded and added to here. So you would literally just upload the folder and say, hey, here's everything I need you to build. But even better, what you can do is you can generate an auth token for external use. So I simply click this here, and it says, use this with Claude Code, Cursor, or Codex. This generates an auth token scoped to this campaign. External agents will spawn and create this for you. And I'm just going to click generate. Watch what happens. So it's generating the plan, and it gives me this token. And I simply copy this token, and now I can close this. Go to my workspace, and in Cursor, I would simply say, hey, let's click off a campaign using this auth token. And boom. And now, with the power of Claude Code, everything's going to work here. Now, I want to show you something. And as I said, this would be controversial. And I'm not doing the full demo today. I'm going to be doing that on the webinar next week. But I will show you the power of it real quick. If you see what I said here, I've spent 20 years building the platforms marketers depend on. Now I'm building what replaces them. I believe that the most power comes from using Claude Code and agentic workflows like either Codex or Claude Code or Claude Code Desktop. And if you go to YouTube, you're seeing that these things are exploding. People like Dan Martell, who's the other guy? Nate B. Jones. Everybody is telling you that the future is here with these things. I'm not saying software is dying. I'm saying that there's no way to get more power than getting out of the browser, right? And there's just no way about it, right? So it's extremely technical, and we're jumping into that space to show people how to do that. So I want to show you how we built MikeFilsaime.com. So I'm going to go here, and I'm going to simply tell it right here. Hey, can you do me a favor? Can you run the server and open up the HTML page for the MikeFilsaime.com index for me. See, this is a technical workflow, and the stuff that we're doing over at ScaleGG, these websites that we're building, we cannot build these websites in Page Builder, Lovable, nothing. We're building them using these workflows, talking to our agents using God mode, and we're getting output like we've never seen before. Well, the webinar registration pages were converting. And again, we show you how to deploy this stuff to free hosting like Cloudflare and Vercel that host your websites. We have to teach you some things like GitHub and GitHub Desktop, because as soon as you say something like commit these pages to GitHub, it will just automatically load onto your servers and everything. So I'm probably scaring off about 80 to 90% of you right now, which is a very, very good thing. And then for the other 80% of you or 20% of you, you're gonna be like, yeah, I need to learn this, because this is not just about building funnels and landing pages. It's about creating workflows for your, actually, let me just do this here, for your company, like you'll never see before. Let's do this with Cursor, Composer Fast, and I'm going to cancel this one here. Let me see, campaigns, Mike Filsaime rebrand, output assets, HTML. Here's the index page. I'm going to copy this, hit stop here. I think this actually crashed, so I'm going to just close that, reopen it. But I'm going to do it over here with Cursor. I want you to run the browser for me so that I can work with this page here. So I want to show you what's going to happen here. Okay, so we're going to close this. Okay, and I'm going to hit Alt-B, get rid of my sidebar here. And now I have the ability, guys, to click this little thing right here. And I can now go into what we call element mode. And I can even have this thing right here, wrong one, this one right here, that allows you, that I would never use this, but this is like literally what you would call the Webflow mode, where you could pixel perfect like everything with a style editor. But I'm just going to click like right here on this, and I'm going to say something like, do me a favor, put an exclamation point at the end of this instead of a period. All right, and then if we hit the refresh, it puts that here like that. And now I can go to things like motion.dev, and I can look at an example, and let's just say I wanted something like this, right? Whatever this may be, like this little thing, and I want it on my website for whatever reason, right? I simply click open in Cursor, and I download this right in. There's a whole community of these different things where, and people are showing like if you go to YouTube and you do something like Claude Code and for design, there are tons and tons and tons of these workflows that basically show you like what I'm doing. But what they don't have is they don't have the brains of Click Campaigns with all the skills. When I say skills, that's the GPTs behind the scenes that make your stuff like complete. It keeps it away from being this AI slop, right? So now you have the ability to come in here, and I'm just going to say right here, just like this. Do me a favor, right underneath this, with the current style of the page, what I want you to do is I want you to create me a testimonial section. I want a hero testimonial. And the hero testimonial, I want to be Tony Robbins. You can find that on the page. And underneath that, I want 3 testimonials side by side. The first one is Rich Sheffrin. You'll find him also on the page. And then just put 2 placeholders for me. And the power of what you'll see here, and then just being able to just say, great, now commit it and make it live. And what I'm showing you is a slow workflow. When you actually tell it, build an entire upsell funnel landing page sequence. All right, so if I hit refresh, we should have, there we go, right? And so there we go. I deeply appreciate the fact that you took the time to, I might even make this live, right? I like that because they had it slightly different, right? And here's the Rich Sheffer one, and then I can get 2 other ones from my friends, right? So the power that you have with this, folks, is something that we call God mode. If you remember, I said to Amanda, hey, Amanda, I have a 2-hour video if you want to watch. If this is something that's interesting to you, that you want to sort of leave software behind, but take the brains of Click Campaigns with you into a workspace where you're just we're calling it God mode. A lot of other YouTubers are calling it that as well. Once you start working in here, it's slightly more technical. And like I'm saying, it's probably not for 80 or 90% of you. You'll absolutely fall in love with this. And the final thing that I'm going to tell you, I'm going to actually make this live right now. I'm going to go to GitHub Desktop. I'm going to switch back to Click Campaigns. This was working last night. I had to get to bed because it was 3 a.m. And I have this that was committed 10 hours ago. So this was committed at 3 a.m. in the morning. All right. And I'm actually going to merge that right now to the main branch. I'm going to push this live to Click Campaigns. It's now on the main branch. I'm going to go to our dev server. And let me not actually show that. I never know what might show, so we're just going to keep that on a separate screen. I'm going to click Start Deployment. And I'm pushing that live to the server right now. I think I can show you this. I don't think there's anything too secure here that you wouldn't be able to see. So this is something I worked on last night. I just had to go to bed while it was working. And yes, I worked till 3 in the morning every day, pushing all the. Oh, and by the way, we've. I think I showed you yesterday in the app that while this is going, there. If you click the what's new, there's a lot of new stuff here for you guys. The import Groove blog to Blogbaser now works. You can now import your Groove blogs into Blogbaser. Lots of new stuff here. The AI video script, turn your courses into videos with Notebook LM is as well. So look into that. Let's take a look and see if this is done deploying. All right, this will take about another 10 seconds. And then I'm going to go look for it. And basically, what just came out yesterday, let me show you here. I have to, let's see, it's Vercel Chat SDK. So this is a short little video right here. I'll just play it while the thing is deploying. I believe you're seeing my screen. Let me make sure. Yeah, right. So this is the CTO of Vercel. They just created this.
Problem. Everyone was doing the same integration work over and over again. Someone would build an agent, then you have to figure out the complexity of Slack, and that's hard.
Well, this is technical. I'm just going to basically tell you what it is. So we now have the ability to talk to Click Campaigns. They created an SDK, okay? And this SDK allows you to put one line of code essentially into your code base. I'm exaggerating. But then we now have the ability to say, hey, you see this feature that we have here, right here with the Alex campaign chat, and I click Get Started, and this chat that's going on right here, I now have the ability to do this exact chat. And I think that's because this literally just deployed. That's the problem. Bear with me just one second. This is probably done. Yep. Let me go here. Now that that's deployed, get started. Okay, so this chat that we're having right here, imagine you're doing it with iMessage. Balance is too low. Let's log out, log back in, find out what balance is too low. Alan, I'm not sure if you're seeing that. I've never had that problem before, and I don't know if that's a Benson issue. So let me just log out. Where's my log out? Sign out. Let's log back in. I must have broke something. All right. I'll fix this as soon as we get off. This could be a Benson integration issue. Credit balance is too low. Claude Code process exit with code 1. That could even be our account with Claude Code. So I'm going to look into that when we're done. And Jason Spirko, by the way, I'm going to give you a URL when you're done. Take care, Amanda. I know you're off to your live stream. Let me see here. I got a text message yesterday from Bargov, and let me get that URL. Bear with me just a second, guys. Matt, Jonathan, Bargov. Yeah. So this URL right here, if you're interested in this, go to aiemployee.scale.gg/FB-apply. I'm going to paste that into the chat. It's not easy. aiemployee.scale.gg/Facebook apply. So AI employee, it's our domain, scale.gg. You would go to aiemployee.scale.gg/Facebook apply. And apply for the discovery call. Guys, as you can see, look, I'm not kidding you here, right? If you click that you're doing $20,000 a month, I don't know if that went through or not. It says, yeah, it looks like it went through. I'm being honest with you guys. This is not a joke. This is not hype. I kind of argued with the people that do our media buying. And if you click here that you're doing $0 to $20,000 a month and you submit, it will tell you you don't qualify. We're looking for a very specific type of person. So if you want this, I'm telling you, like Jason, maybe you're doing 20 to 40, great, or more. If you're doing less, it won't even let you qualify. So this isn't like I'm being like really serious with people here that we kind of like will turn people away only because we want to make sure that you're sophisticated enough to do this, because we don't want to be taking $5,000 from somebody that thinks that like this is a promise for get rich quick. This is a promise for technical people that want to explode their business. Like people in the masterminds are just gravitating towards me. Rich Sheffrin revolutionized his entire business. He's doing the same exact thing. He's training very similar to what we're doing. So you got to click this even for this thing, even to allow you to apply. So I'm letting you know that right now. Okay. And if you want, you're going to get on with one of the people in our sales team and they'll take your 5K. And by the way, we install OpenClaw for you. You get consulting with us. I mean, this is not one of these, $299 a month things where we want to go to the masses. We spend a lot of time with you and we're going to be looking for the right people. So if you think that's you, you'll go to aiemployee.scale.gg/FB, like Facebook-apply. All right. And you'll click apply for the discovery call and you'll book with us. All right. So yeah, we now have the ability, if I click on click campaigns, let me see here. If I click AI providers, what just went live, security, back to Scale Plus. Let me hit refresh. Anyway, it's only going to show for admin at Groove Digital. This is something I'm testing right now, and then we're going to be releasing that for our God Mode customers, so that you'll be able to take your phone on WhatsApp while you're driving and talk to it and say, "Hey, do me a favor, write an email series that goes out to this." And since it's Slack, right, you can then say, "And when you're done, what I want you to do, because it's a Slack bot, I want you to send all of the funnels and emails when you're done. Send it to John Garcia and Simon Leung in Slack and send them a message that tells them to get this email set up in Tiny Email, right? So you'll now have the ability to communicate with ClickCampaign's agents through Discord, Microsoft Teams, Slack, Telegram, and WhatsApp. And it's a game changer. And this is not something I can sell for an upgrade for $199 a month or something like that. It would destroy my company. People would literally be like, "This is too complicated. Why would you ever sell anything like this?" This is for the type of people that are running serious businesses or about to, and have the money and could like literally say, "Why is this so cheap?" All right. So guys, that's going to wrap up this quarterly update. And again, when you see this, I've spent 20 years building the platforms marketers depend on. Now I'm building what replaces them, because I believe that the softwares that we're creating are going to be tools that we're going to be using with Claude Code. I'm going to be connecting Claude Code to Blogbaser and Imager and all these different things that your workflow, when you work with an actual agent that can take all of these tools and do the workflow for you and become your employees, this is the future. And we are going to have our platforms, like Go High Level has their platforms for people that want to work in the browser. But for the people that say, "Hey, I now understand that there's a marriage where we need to marry the marketer." We call it MarTech. The marketing and the technology needs to come together. And when you have the brains or have somebody on your team, oh, and by the way, anybody that has a God mode mastermind, we're not selling it to you, we're selling it to your company. So you, your spouse, your partner, your business partner, your employees, your accountant, because we teach how to use agentic engineering, agentic marketing, agentic accounting, agentic funnel building. We teach coding. This mastermind is really going to be taking people to the next level. This is the stuff that people are begging me to come speak, be their keynote speakers, and talk about this stuff. And when I get off the stage, let me show you a picture here. Bear with me just a second. Donna Fox sent this to me when we were at Flight Club. Donna Fox. She was at the Flight Club Mastermind with me last month. And I believe she sent me a picture. This was my last picture of Kenny, by the way. Thank you, Simon. That was my very, very last photo of my little buddy. Yeah. Anyway. Let me get that picture. All right. So they do what they call these, let me download the picture. Quick look open. All right, let's do a quick look instead. Okay, so this was me at Flight Club last week with Matt, who knows this stuff just as good as I do. And what they do is they do these rockstar tables, right? And so this is my great friend Mike Hill in the back. He was one of the rockstar tables. This was a rockstar table over here. And then this was a rockstar table over here. And they said, Mike Filsaime, who spoke that day, and I won my 6th time in a row. I won the what they call the captain, not captain contribution. I forget what. I win the award for best speaker, and I say this with all due respect to my other fellow Flight Club rock stars that had their tables. It was sort of embarrassing because the entire group of people, these are the people that I'm looking for in here. These are high-level people that are in this 40K a year mastermind. And when I speak, it's like the old E.F. Hutton expression. When E.F. Hutton speaks, people listen. I took over this entire thing that they had to say, guys, we have to leave. The buses are here for dinner. And every single one of these people had contacted me after and said, Mike, we need to get together. And they were the ones that told me, can you form a mastermind? And I called it the Agentic Marketing Mastermind. And by the way, everybody you see here is a member of that mastermind. You'll be part of that community. So if you're interested in that, you will simply go, you will settle down conflict that's not that serious, right? I appreciate that, right? But basically, you're hearing software is dead, all these different things, right? It's not dead, but the world is changing. The people that embrace agentic engineering are going to have advantages over people that nobody else has. So if it's too technical for you and you have that technical person on your team, this is going to be for your team, okay? This is a mastermind for your team. Your entire team can come to the masterminds, the live streams that we're going to be doing weekly. This is big boy, pull-up pants, big girl pull-up pants type of stuff. And if you think it's for you, you'll go to that URL that I gave you, which is aiemployee.scale.gg/FB-apply. That wraps it up. We're going to be doing a webinar on this next week. And I want to thank all of you on here for spending the last 2 hours and 11 minutes with us. I appreciate it. We will be seeing you next week, not only for the webinar for the what we call the Agentic Marketing Mastermind with God Mode, but Matt and John Garcia are also going to be doing trainings. And we've been hearing from you in the past. It was, all you guys do are live streams and promise us all this stuff. When is this going to get fixed? When is that going to get fixed, right? And we were basically a bunch of cheerleaders. And now what we're hearing is, hey, we don't see you guys anymore. It's like, oh yeah, wait, we got to come up for air. We've got to show you what we've been creating. As you can see, we are working hard behind the scenes to create quality products. We don't want to come to you with the hype anymore. We want to release things in alpha, beta, tell you that, hey, report the bugs. We're going to fix them in real time for you. And that's it. I'm going to go get some vitamin C. I feel it coming on, and I'm going to go fight this. I'm going to go, what do you call that? A Z-Pack or whatever you call those things. I'm going to go fight this thing. I want to thank Amanda for coming on and helping today. We're hoping John Garcia's son is doing well with the fever. I want to thank Simon Leung very much from my heart. Thank you so much for your help. Alan, thank you for taking 2 hours out of your day to help us today. And Matt for joining in the beginning, early today, and the entire team here at Scale. Love you all, and we'll see you next week. And now, I was going to hit the button and end it. No, I got to let Simon take us out with some music. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.